that's going to put a little bit of a hinder in our plans. I was a little bit worried this road might be closed because of the fires. I was hoping that now that the fires are over, they'll allow us up there, but apparently not, which my other part of the trail, at least the next section, also touches close to where the fires were, so I'm a little worried about those too, so we're gonna head that way. Hey Backyard Explorers, I am headed on a cool little overnight trip. Tomorrow I'm actually going out with a group of guys from Expedition Utah. There's a guy who's an expert kind of in the price helper area, and he's going to be giving us a pretty exclusive, well, exclusive is not the right word, he's going to be giving us a very detailed tour of 9 Mile Canyon, which has a bunch of really cool petroglyphs from my understanding, and a bunch of Indian related history and things like that. So I'm actually making my way there, and rather than just jumping on Highway 6 and cruising up there, my plan is to weave my way down Highway 6 or down that direction via a bunch of really cool off-road trails. However, the first area I was going to start out was Lake Fork. I love this area, been here lots of times, and because of the fires here in Utah, this area was burnt really bad, and I actually wanted to come up and check it out. But the road's closed. So I'm a little bit worried that the next place I'm going to go is closed too. So we'll see. So let's hit the trail.
Luckily, Sheep Creek wasn't closed, so after taking a minute to air down, I was on my way exploring new trails as I climbed the mountain headed towards Bryce. See, Mike isn't the only one who runs up and down the trail setting up cameras.
Man, just look at these aspens. This trail is so cool. Very much looking forward to seeing what the rest of it's like. Man, this has been fun. It is pretty slick out there. We're just basically driving along this ridge, kind of go up on top for a minute and then right along the edge of it and then up on top again, and just really cool. It's been a lot of fun. Muddy section was pretty fun, but the pace I was going wasn't going to show up to the event till tomorrow morning. So, dried up a little bit, picked up the speed a little bit, having a great time.
The dry ground was short-lived, and within minutes we were back at it in the mud. For most of the day, I was traveling along Reservation Ridge Road. In normal conditions, this would probably be a fairly fast-paced forest road, but with signs of winter coming on, recent snow had turned the road into a wet, very slippery surface that made for an excellent adventure.
So there's here a little log falling across the road, but luckily looks like I can get around it pretty easy. Yeah, not bad.
Depending on the amount of sunlight a portion of the trail got, trail conditions would vary greatly, from snow-covered to soft mud. I even crossed a few good-sized mud puddles that added a little bit extra fun to the day.
Man, look at those views. I am up on the top of Reservation Ridge Road and I'm about to actually drop down, but man, it is mucky up here right now. So slow moving. In a few minutes I'll start heading down, and it should, I believe it's kind of like a canyon, and so I'm hoping it'll be a little harder pack than this, so it'll be in the shade. So the good news is I'm having a blast. The bad news is the brown is where I've been today, and the orange is what's left today before I hit the pavement. So it's gonna have to be significantly faster or I'm going to get in pretty late. It is 5:30, got about, I don't know, 2.5 hours of daylight left. So hoping I can make good use of that time and get back on the pavement before dark, start making our way over to campsite.
It was a lot of fun to get some time in the snow. While Utah does have the greatest snow on Earth, wheeling in it isn't something we do a ton of. Most mountain trails are gated off once the snow starts to fly, so getting a few hours and the chance to spend some time in it during this trip was really special. If we get enough snow in the high desert, those areas can turn into some fun places to visit during the winter as well.
You can see those trees are black, they've been burnt. This brush right here has been burnt. Crazy. There's my first adventure companion right there, Molly. She's been going everywhere with me for like 8 years. Usually I make her run, you know, a mile or two each day, something like that. Kind of get her legs stretched out, just wear her out a bit. Alright, let's go, bud. I think we found a little bit of mud. Oh geez, I gotta figure out how to clean off those handles. This is ridiculous. I can't even get in the back. A bunch of hunters out. It's a narrow road, and you got this big old cliff over here, so I'm hugging this edge as close as I can. It's getting dark, it's getting late. I'm up on top of the mountain. Hoping I can get off and down here soon. What is up, Backyard Explorers? It is Saturday morning. I met up with the crew from Expedition Utah last night, and pretty much everyone was getting ready for bed, so I just threw out my mat and things and hopped in bed. But we're gonna head in towards Wellington, Utah, where we're gonna meet up with some people who are driving in this morning and get ready to get on the trail. So let's get going.
We spent a few minutes at the gas station in Wellington topping off on fuel, grabbing snacks and getting to know each other. Then we were off for the tour. Jared, our guide, gave us an awesome history lesson as we made our way through the canyon, talking about early settlers to the area, as well as their interactions with Native Americans and much more.
So there's red figures over here, and red is a little more rare because they had to know which minerals to crush up to make paint. It's almost like pottery, it's not glaze, like a pottery glaze.
So cool how many, right here on this rock panel right here, it's so cool how much art's up here. They call it the longest art gallery in the world. We're making our way through 9 Mile Canyon. We're probably getting close to about halfway through our little trip. And this has been really cool. You know, it's a paved road. There's so many cool Indian pictographs and petroglyph things like that. It's been so much fun. The guys here from Expedition Utah have been really cool. Jared, who's been running it, has been just giving us so many cool facts about the area. And one of those things that this is definitely one of those trips that's so worth it because I'm just, well, one, I'm learning a ton. And two, I've always been super fascinated with, you know, Native American history and things like that. And Utah has so much of it, and especially in this area. So, been really cool so far. So this one right here they call Balloon Man because it looks like he's holding balloons. And this is a two-headed goat or antelope or something. Really cool.
We stopped for lunch along the route and spent time chatting and getting to know each other better. This was a great event for making friends, and we got to meet several people who follow the channel, including Mike, who has been watching for a long time. It was awesome to get to meet him. I had driven this canyon before, but missed so much of it. This tour was the best way of doing it. Most stops were only a few hundred yards apart, where we got out of the rigs and checked things out up close, or used the binoculars when needed.
It's a greenery right here. It's pretty far up. I don't know if they use like a ladder to get up there or climbed or something, but really cool to keep it out of weather and away from animals and things like that, keep their food safe. What is up, Backyard Explorers? We're just wrapping up our trip up in 9 Mile Canyon. This has been so cool. Our guide Jared has just shown us so many cool things. We're able to see a bunch of really cool pictographs and petroglyphs, and also check out these really cool granaries where Native Americans stored food to keep them away from animals and the elements and things like that. Blown away by just how industrious the Native Americans who live here were and creative they were to keep their food safe. I've always loved Native American stuff, like I said earlier, and this was just a really cool, fun way to explore it. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can also check us out on Instagram at Backroad Exploration. Thanks for watching.